The forest was eerily quiet as I ventured deeper into its heart, following the path that only the braver, the desperate would dare to tread. Each step I took felt heavier, as if the very ground was trying to pull me back, but I pressed on, driven by the knowledge that this was my only chance for freedom. The darkness inside me had grown more intense, its whispers now constant, tempting me with promises of power and dominance. But I knew better. It wasn't offering salvation, it was trying to consume me. The trees around me thickened, their twisted branches clawing at the sky, blocking out what little light remained. I could feel the weight of the forest pressing in, suffocating, like a living entity watching my every move. The air itself seemed to hum with ancient energy, a reminder that this place was no ordinary forest. It was a realm where the boundaries between life and death, reality and nightmare, blurred. After what felt like hours of walking, I reached a clearing. In the center stood a massive stone altar, cracked and weathered by time. Around it, strange symbols were etched into the ground, glowing faintly with an unnatural light. The atmosphere here was thick with malevolence, the kind that crawled under your skin and made your heart race with primal fear. This was the place the sage had spoken of, the veil between worlds, where the source of my power awaited. As I approached the altar, the darkness within me stirred, excited by the proximity of its origin. The whispers grew louder, more insistent, urging me to embrace it, to give in to the temptation and become what I was meant to be, being of unimaginable power, unbound by morality or weakness. But I couldn't let that happen. I hadn't come this far to be devoured by the very thing I sought to destroy. Standing before the altar, I took a deep breath and placed my hands on the cold stone surface. The symbols on the ground flared brighter, and the earth trembled beneath my feet. A low, guttural voice echoed from the shadows, filling the clearing with its sinister presence. "You've come," it rasped, the sound like nails scraping against metal. "The chosen vessel, seeking to rid yourself of what is already yours." "I never wanted this," I shouted, my voice trembling. "I never asked for your power." The voice chuckled, a dark, menacing sound that made my blood run cold. "It matters not what you want. The moment you were reborn, you became one with us. You cannot reject what is already inside you." I clenched my fists, my heart pounding in my chest. "I won't be your puppet." The ground beneath me shifted, and from the shadows emerged a figure, a twisted, monstrous version of myself. Its eyes burned with the same hunger for vengeance that had once consumed me, and its body was wreathed in the same dark mist that had claimed my soul. "You are me," the creature hissed, its voice dripping with malice. "We are one. You cannot fight what you truly are." For a moment, I faltered. The creature was right. This darkness, this power, was a part of me. I had used it to exact my revenge, to kill those who had wronged me. It had given me strength when I had none, saved me from certain death. But now I saw the cost. It wasn't just power, it was a prison. "Mo," I whispered, more to myself than to the creature. "I am more than this." The creature sneered, its form shifting and contorting as it advanced toward me. "You are nothing without us. Without the power we gave you, you are weak, insignificant. You will perish, just as you were meant to." The darkness swirled around me, threatening to pull me under, but I refused to give in. I wasn't the same person who had been tied to that tree, abandoned to die. I had been broken, yes, but I had rebuilt myself. I had survived, and now, I had to face the darkness head-on. "You're on," I said, my voice growing stronger. "I'm not nothing. I survived without you. I found strength in myself, and I will find the strength to defeat you." The creature let out a feral growl, lunging at me with claws of shadow. Instinctively, I raised my hands, and the power surged within me. But this time, I didn't let it take control. I directed it, shaping it, bending it to my will. A barrier of light formed around me, pushing the creature back. The force of my defiance stunned the creature, its form flickering as it struggled to maintain its shape. "You cannot deny us," it screamed, thrashing against the light. "You will fall." I gritted my teeth, pouring every ounce of my will into the barrier. The light grew brighter, searing through the darkness, pushing it further and further away. "Mo," I said, my voice steady, "I won't fall, not to you, not ever." The creature shrieked as the light enveloped it, its form dissolving into the air like smoke. The ground shook violently, the symbols on the altar shattering as the veil between worlds began to close. I could feel the darkness recoiling, retreating, its grip on me loosening. As the last remnants of the creature faded, I collapsed to the ground, gasping for breath. The clearing was silent now, the oppressive weight of the darkness gone. For the first time in what felt like an eternity, I was alone with my thoughts. The whispers had stopped, the power had receded. I had won. But as I lay there, staring up at the sky, I realized something. The darkness hadn't truly disappeared. It was still there, lurking in the corners of my mind, waiting for a moment of weakness. I would never be rid of it entirely. It was a part of me now, and I would have to learn to live with it. But I could live with it. I had faced my demons, confronted the very thing that had tried to destroy me, and I had survived. I wasn't the person I had once been, the one who sought revenge at all costs. I had changed, grown stronger, not because of the power, but because I had found the strength to control it. As I stood up, bruised but not broken, I looked out into the forest, the path before me uncertain but no longer clouded by vengeance. The journey wasn't over, but I knew now that I could face whatever came next. I wasn't bound by the darkness anymore. I was free. And as I walked away from the clearing, the moonlight guiding my path, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time.